Okay, well, it's been a while since I've done an update on my fish shed. I guess that's what we're calling it, it's a fish shed. And there's a reason for that. Um, I was digging the trench and decided to do it by hand because I'm stubborn and didn't want to pay for something to rent. But I finally got it dug, crawled under the house, got the water line and the electric line ran. And in the meantime, the shed has turned into a storage unit, sort of, just collecting all kinds of junk. And just a catch-all. Of course, fish tanks showed up in here, however they got here. But anyways, it's a mess right now, but we're going to work on that. So over here in the floor, we got it drilled, got the water line come up through here. And just a disclaimer, this is not a how-to video. None of these videos will be how-to. This is a how not to, if anything. It's just a how I did it. And you all can see me fell through this. But anyways, got the water line run through here. It's not hooked up to the house yet, but it is under the house ready to get hooked up. But for now, it's just coming up there. Got a half-inch pipe coming into the building using a 1-inch pipe. Run the length from here to the house itself as extra protection, just in case. Being overcautious, I guess. Got the electric lines coming up there. Ran 2 circuits into here up to a breaker box. Got them on GFIs. Got the first plug on each circuit GFI. Well, I will. Right now I don't have it that way, but this one is hooked up to GFI, and I need to clean up my cords and stuff. Again, this is not a how-to. This is a how not to, if anything. Since I got 2 circuits, I'm going to use different colored outlets to distinguish which circuit is which. That way I don't put all of my heavy pull on one circuit. My white circuits, my white covers, are going to be for my utilities. So that'll run my water heater, my lights, my air conditioner, my room heater, that type of stuff. And the other ones will be like an ivory or beige or off-white or whatever you want to call it, and that'll be the actual life support and tanks and stuff like that. The in-tank heaters, the filters, air pumps, tank lights, that type of stuff. So far from this plug, the white ones will also be the ones that I use if I need to plug something up outside, a power tool or something like that. But I have it running up over the door and over here to a couple switches. This switch goes to this outlet and just turns that outlet, and that's what I've got my lights plugged in right now. The other switch, I'm going to put a light there on the outside just above the door, like a porch light. That way I can see to come in if I come in and it's dark. Currently, for lighting, just off that plug, goes up. I'll try not to blind you, but it's the little LED fixtures like what I had in my old fish room, the under the cabinet 4-foot fixtures that connect end to end. I've killed 4 of those so far, somehow dropping them or whatever, and they just quit working. That is going to be another GFI to be the first one of the ivory outlets, but right now it's just got a white plug in there just to give me a plug. Is that thing? If you all could see the strobing, I'm sorry for that. I guess the LEDs were in that little lantern were going at the same or at a slower rate than what my camera was. But that's going to be a GFI there. I don't have the lines ran for it past that plug. But you can see out through here I've got the white outlets, so those are my utilities hooked up. as I trip over things in the floor that have just got thrown in here. That's on my list, is to clean that up, mess up. So this box and that box and that box will all be outlets for life support for the tanks, and I'll shoot off of those probably when I get the racks built and put some outlets on the side of the racks, because for example a heater in the bottom tank won't reach here if I was to have a heater there, so I'll have to run plugs a little lower. That is, these plugs, just as a reference, I wrote on the wall there, that mark there is the 6 foot mark, so they're just over 6 feet up. So that's where my main electric line's running, is at the 6 foot mark. Working on more outlets there, and then over here I got my window AC put in, and I've got it running on a temperature controller. Right now it's set to be anywhere from for the air conditioner to be on, anywhere from 70 to 75 is okay. After 75 it will kick in harder, and then it's got a plug spot up here for the heater, which when it starts to get a little cooler I'll plug the heater in and get it working also. I think it's set to go down to 65 right now, but I'm going to adjust that when I get tanks in here. But for now, that's what I've got. The sink is under everything. I got to clean up in here. I've been moving stuff around just to get to things, and I've got tanks sitting on tanks, and just somehow I accumulate more tanks. But that's the start to it. Just giving an update that there is electric in there now, and we will get tanks in here before long. On the water, besides hooking it up in here, let's see, I'm gonna put a shut off at the house, hook it up to the house, run it in here, and I'll probably put an outside spigot out the front there, and then I'll run it back to the back and put the water heater in back there. I'm doing an inline on demand water heater. Put that in, hook it to the sink, and run a drain line. Right now I'm just going to hook it to the sink, hook my water line to the sink, and do a auto water change system in the future, but that's what I'll do for now. And then I got to put my central air system in for the air for the tanks, for their sponge filters. But that's it. Real quick look at what I've got going on so far. It's not a how-to. See, I've got open circuits, open plugs, using them, but doing a lot of things the way you're not supposed to, but it's good enough for me for right now, and I'll do better as I go. But you know, just putting it out there of a little update of what I've got so far, and any of you all that are looking at building a fish shed or a fish building or whatever you want to call it, you know, show me what you're doing. You know, give me the some ideas, and drop your comments in the comment section. You know the drill. Like, subscribe, share out, all that, and we'll see you next time.